Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about the publication ethics. Now, I know you all are completing your researches and you are going to publish your research. So you must be worrying about the how to publish, where to publish, and what to do, and what all the rules and regulations for for the publication. So don't worry, we are going to cover here, okay, how to choose the journals and what are the rules and regulations for the publication ethics. So now we'll see what is publication. So first we'll see what is publication. It's the dissemination of your findings to the scientific community. Okay, so you are whatever you have done research and whatever is your uh, outcome of the research that you want to disseminate that information to the scientific community. Now, who is scientific community? Is of your peer group or your uh, the people, those who are going to read your research. Okay, they are the scientific community, and those who are going to draw your uh, findings and going to use your findings in their researches. Okay, like nursing people, medical people, okay, they are going to use your researches. So they are the scientific community. So you have to disseminate or you have to inform your research findings to them. Okay, so scientific publications are subject to peer review. So whatever you perform your research or whatever you publish your research, okay, that has to be reviewed by the peer group. So those who are the scientific people, okay, or those who are the superiors, okay, they are going to review your research and they are going to edit, okay, and then you have to publish your research into the uh, now we will see what is ethics. So ethics is the study of what is right and wrong in human behavior. So in day-to-day life, uh, what you behave, okay, or what to do and what not to do, okay, that you have to study. Okay, so there are some rules and regulations in everywhere. So when you are staying in the community, you have the rules and regulations, okay, what to follow and what not to follow, okay, and then if when you are in the uh, peer group or in any group, okay, everywhere you have a rules and regulations. Maybe some are written, some are not written, but you have to follow. So what is right and what is wrong in a human behavior, that is called as a ethics. Now, beliefs about what is morally correct or acceptable. So, it's our belief. Okay, maybe it's written or not written, but still, it's a belief about the it's morally correct, okay, or acceptable. Whether that behavior is acceptable into your community or no, that you have to decide. Okay, now when you are staying in the community area or in the society, there are some rules and regulations which you have to follow. Anyhow, you cannot behave in your community. Likewise, in your professional relation also, in your professionalism also, you have to follow some rules and regulations. And for that, there are some rules and regulations are made and they have given by the scientific community, so that you have to follow. So this is what the ethics. Now we have seen the what is publication, what is ethics. Now next we are going to see about what is publication ethics. Now when you are going to do your publications, what are the rules and regulations you have to follow, or what are the principles you have to follow. The principles and standards associated with the process of publishing the results of scientific research or scholarly work in a journal. So the principles and standards, okay, whatever the principles and standards have given to you in your uh, publication ethics, okay, so that you have to follow process or publishing the results of scientific research or scholarly work in general. So whatever you have worked, whatever you have done your research, okay, so that scientifically you have to publish. These include such requirements as giving the appropriate credit and authorship status to those who have earned it. So you are a researcher, you have done your research and you are going to publish your research. So what it gives to you when you publish your research, it gives you the status of the authorship. Okay, it gives you the status of the authorship. Okay, and you have to earn that. Okay, and ensuring that appropriate citations are given to ideas, methodology, or findings from another study. Not submitting the same article to more than one journal simultaneously. So whatever you publish your research in a one with the one publisher or in a one journal, the same research you cannot publish in another. Okay, and not submitting the results for republication without indicating that they have already published elsewhere. So you cannot publish your one article in a two times. Okay, so there are some this publication ethics are there. Okay, the rules and regulations are there which you have to follow. Now, what is importance of ethics? So why there is the rules and regulations? What is the importance of it? So that we see the collection of fundamental values, attitudes, and norms considered by most of the population as essential for personal life, life with one another, and life in relation to the society's institution. Now, it's a collection of fundamental values and attitudes. Everyone has their own values and attitudes and norms considered by the most of the population. Means what? Which is made or prepared by the scientific community and given to you, whatever you have to follow on that. And if you follow that, then your life value of the life is going to increase. Okay, and value of the life in the relation to the society's institutions. So in the society also your value increases, at your side also your value increases. Ethical transgressions can be considered to be misconduct. So whatever the if you perform or do any ethical transgressions, means any manipulations if you try to do, so that is considered as a misconduct. So you cannot do that. Okay, you have to follow the rules and regulations whatever is given to you. Now we'll talk about the scientific publication is a team effort. So how it's a team effort. Now you are going to do the your publication. Okay, now publication is of yours. So you are the author. You are the author. And where you are going to publish? In a journal. So author has to do the publication into the journal. So when you are going to choose the journal, okay, that journal's reviewers are going to review your research, and they are going to they are going to see whether your research or the whatever you have drawn the conclusions that is authentic or no. They are going to review it, and then they are going to publish in their uh, journal. So this is what it's a teamwork. Actually, it's a team effort. So when you are going to publish your article, it needs author, journal, and the reviewer. So it's a teamwork. So you three has to work together, and then you have to publish your article. Now, what is mean by authorship, or when you are going to get the authorship? An author is one who has made a significant contribution to the work reported. So significant contribution, okay, the whole contribution is of yours. Okay, you have done your research wholly in terms of research conception or design or acquisition of the data. So or the analysis and interpretation of the data, means what's everything from first to end. A to Z, you have worked with it. Okay, you have the statement, you have selected the statement, you have to collect the data, you have to prepare all the tools and that all. So it's whole and soul your research. Okay, then only you can call it as the author or the first author of it, of that research. Understood? Okay. Now the first author, co-authors and corresponding authors. Now who is the first author? One who conceptualizes the study and contributes immensely in every aspect of the research process, study design, data acquisition, analysis and interpretations, and writing the manuscript. So the whole thing you have done, then it is called as you are the first author. Now who is the co-author? Co-author, those who significantly contributes to the research work and in preparing the manuscript. Okay, so the co-author is who is helping to the first author. Okay, he's helping or contributes to the research work in preparation the manuscript and that all. So he is helping hand. So you can call him as a co-author. And who is the corresponding author? Corresponding author, one who takes responsibility for the manuscript during the submission, peer review, and production process. All the communication from the submission to publication will be with the corresponding author. So, who is the corresponding author? Okay, who is responsible for the manuscript during the submission? So, during the submission only, he is with you. Okay, he is helping you in the publication. Okay, so production or whatever the review process, okay, he's helping you in the review process, in communication of the submission of the submission to the publication or the publisher. Okay, so in this process, who is with you and who is helping you, he is the corresponding author. So he is not there with you during your research, data collection, analysis, and that all. Okay, so he comes only after the uh, your data collection and analysis, and then he is with you during the publication. So have you understood about the first author, co-author and corresponding author? I hope you have understood. Okay, so shall we move further? Okay, now when you are going to choose this second author or the co-author or the corresponding author, always you should do the declaration of the competing uh, competing interest. Okay, so you have to declare कि I have no any problem to give a second author or the co-author, giving the name of the co-author to the next person. Okay, so here you can see uh, when you publish your article, your page will be like this, and then the funding, who has done the funding to your research, okay, that also is name. Also you have to display author's contribution, you have to display how he has worked you in your research, and then declaration of the competing interest. Okay, so declaration of the interest is very very important, so that nobody will come and say means claim afterwards ki I have done and you have not, means I have helped you and you have not included my name. So you also should not have any problem to include the co-author's name or the corresponding author's name. So you have to declare that. So this is what the process of conflict of interest. Next is the research frauds. There are some frauds also. So that's why the ethics have given to you when you are publishing your research. So what is this frauds that we are going to see into the research publication? Now, first is a fabrication and next is a falsification. So what is this fabrication? Fabrication is making up research data and results. Making up research data and results and recording or reporting them. Means what? You have to make up the research data and results. So you means there is already a research, somebody has done the research, and you are just giving, polishing that that information or that data, or the just manipulating something here and there. Okay, and then you are recording or reporting that key, I have done this. So this is what the fabrication. And what is falsification? Falsification is manipulating research materials. You are just manipulating everything like research materials, images, data, equipments, or process of changing or omitting the data or results such that the research is not accurately represented in the result. So you have not means you have not done that research and everything is false. Okay, you have means incorrectly you are putting that into the into your research. So this is what the falsification. Okay, so just making up the data is a fabrication, and changing everything is a falsification. So this is what the research frauds. Okay, so you have to avoid these frauds, then only avoid this fraud, then only your research can be, or your publication can be a authentic publication. So how to now in which public journals you have to publish your data. Now there are some authentic uh, publishers, and there are some predatory publishers or the journals. So you have to check, okay, what is authentic publishers or what authentic journals and the predatory journals. You have to avoid the predatory journals. Now who is the predatory journals, or who is this uh, uh, false journals, that you have to find it out. Predatory journals take advantage of author by asking them to publish for a fee without providing peer review or editing services. Now, whatever you have done research, okay, you don't know the how to publish it or what are the rules and regulations of publishing of that journal. But there are reviewing auditors are there in every journal. So that auditors has to review your journal. So that is the process, and then only refine your journal, refine your publication manuscript, and then they once they are confident key yes this can be published in their journal, then only they have to publish their your article into their journal. Now, there are some journals, they don't have author, they don't have auditors, they don't means, edit your data, and they just publish as you have given to them. So there may be chances of false or the falsification, or there are chances of uh, mistakes may happen. Okay, so if your publication data or the manuscript is not edited, okay, there may be chances of whatever you have done false things or wrong things, they that is also published, and whoever is reading at that time they may take out your mistakes. So we should avoid it. So that's why the peer review is very very important. And such journals, the predatory journals, they don't have editors, and that's why your research is not refined and published. So you should not give your research to the such journals who is predatory, okay, who is not going to review your article, because predatory publishers do not follow the proper academic standards for publishing. Okay, as they are not following, they are not reviewing, so you should not give your research into that into the publishers to publish your article into their journal. Now use of appropriate indexing database to select good journals. So how you are going to select, or uh, in which journals you must be thinking now, in which journal I have to publish that. Now there are some journals, okay, who is connected or linked to the Web of Science, Scopus, PubMed, DOAG, that is Directory of Open Access Journals, Cable's Journal Analytics, and UGC Care List. The journal who is in their list, okay, that journals only you have to choose. You may spend some more money, more amount on that, but it's they are the authentic journals, and you have to publish in that journal so that the scientific people will review your articles, they will read your articles, and you will get the citations. Understood? So this is very, very important to publish your article into an authentic journal who is interlinked to the Web of Science, Scopus, or either PubMed, okay, or either it should be in a UGC care list. So be conscious and publish your article into that. Now, when you publish, you have to do three things, or when you give your manuscript to them. Okay, first you have to think about the journal. Are you submitting your research to a trusted journal? So you have to think. You have to check that journal, whether that journal name in their care list. Okay, like UGC care list, Scopus, PubMed. Okay, so likewise you have to check that whether that journal is there or no, and then you have to submit. So first think, check, and then submit. Now there are some international organizations on publication ethics, okay, who is going to work or who is working on this ethics, publication ethics. Now who is this international organizations? First is a COPE, Committee on Publication Ethics. WAM is a World Association of Medical Editors. ICMGE, International Committee of Medical Journal and Editors. CSE, that is the Council of Science Editors, and EASE, European Association of Scientific Editors. So these are the some of the organizations who is working on the publication ethics. They are editing, they are reviewing, okay, and they are following whether these publishers are following the rules and regulations, following the ethics or no, while they are publishing the articles. Okay. Now we'll see the importance of publication ethics. What happens when you publish your article into the um, journal who is authentic or who is following the publication ethics? Okay. Now what is importance? What you are going to get when you are publish your article into the trusted journal? So it enhances institutions and researchers' reputation. Okay, automatically your reputation, your institutional reputation will enhance as you publish your uh, research data into the reputed journals. Open doors to collaboration and funding bodies interest, attract young researchers to institutions and labs. So open doors to collaborations and funding bodies interest. Means what? It opens doors to collaboration. So there are some funding bodies are available, okay, like ICMRI. Okay, now in our college also we are submitting our researches to the ICMR, and they are providing the fundings to perform these researches. So in a large amount, okay, we can do our researches, authentic researches. Okay, so when you publish your article into the authentic journal, okay, they will review and they will see your research is a like a very good research. You can do a very good research, okay, and they will call you for and call you for the good researchers with good researchers, and they will provide the fundings. So it's a very good thing. Okay, you are getting a funding bodies. Okay, and you can publish your research in a good journal. You can do something for your society and yourself. Okay, next is stop waste or resources, waste of resources, promote ethical practices and encourage others to follow the same. Now stop waste of resources. So as you are going to means work with the good things, okay, you are going to get the good things. So it's not going to go waste. So you can stop the waste resources, promotes ethical practices, okay, as they will give the guidelines to you, they will give the rules and regulations to you, so you will follow that, you know. So and then practices and encourage others to follow the same. You may encourage others because everyone is going to look at you, so what you are doing and how you are enhancing your reputation by working with the such reputed journals, okay, and they will follow the same. Societal and institutional recognition, okay, you may get the awards and accolades as you are performing good things, okay, you are excellent because of your excellent performance. So you will get the recognition into the institution, maybe college level, maybe institutional level, maybe university level, okay, and then you may get the some awards and accolades. Provide facts and figures to counter fake news and narratives. Okay, so whatever you publish your article into the authentic journal, it gives you the facts and figures to counter fake news and narratives. So you cannot do any fake things with them. Understood? So nobody can point out to you you have done these fake things. So it's all fact, okay, and as it is reviewed, peer reviewed, so your research is a authentic research and you get the uh, means like reputation, you get the reputation into your university and you will get the funding bodies. So it's very good thing actually, when you publish your data into the reputed journals, and when you follow the ethics, publication ethics. So always it is a good thing. Now some of the ethical standards which are there, we are going to see. First is understanding plagiarism and self-plagiarism. Okay, so when you publish your data or when you prepare your manuscript, you should know what is plagiarism and self-plagiarism. Now in the last class, we have seen what is plagiarism. Okay, so actually we should avoid the plagiarism. Okay, whatever, because you are a researcher, you are producing a research, you are producing a data analysis, you are doing a research. So in this, you cannot just take others' data into your data, into your research. So you have to avoid, understand first what is a plagiarism and self-plagiarism, and you should not allow your data also into your research. So same things should not be there. Okay, you have to create or produce your own data. Then authorship and contributorship. So we have seen we you have to follow authorship. Okay, who is the author, who is the first author, second author, the co-authors, and contributorship. So whether you are going to, who is the contributor for this, for your research, so that you have to understand, that you have to follow. Conflicts of interest already we have talked about. Okay, so whoever has done the work, you have to give credit to them. Okay, we have seen co-author and the uh, conflict of interest, you have to give the give appropriate title to them also. Okay, then research misconduct and fraud. Okay, you should not do any research misconduct and frauds. Okay, frauds like falsification and fabrication. Okay, then only your research is called as a authentic research. Transparency and intelligence, peer review process and integrity. Peer review process has to be followed. Okay, and integrity should be there. Okay, data sharing and reproducibility. Data sharing, whatever you have produced the data, that should be able to share and reproduce. Okay, disclosure of funding sources, whatever you the fund, if your research have funded by someone, then you have to disclosure their name into that. Ethical considerations in data presentations. So whatever the data presentation you are going to do, ethical consideration has to be done. So this transparency you should follow. Then only you can call it as your research is a good research. Okay, responsible conduct, protection of human and animal subject as ethical permissions you have to take. Okay, you are binded to their protection of the human and animal subject. Ethical treatment of the data. So whatever you have collected the data, that you have to preserve. Okay, should not disclose everywhere. Okay, only to the appropriate person only you have to submit, disclosure your data. Responsible reporting and publication. So responsible reporting and publication you have to follow. So when you are reporting the data, or you public you do your publication, okay, that should be responsible. Okay, should not do anyhow. Okay, anyhow you cannot disclose your data. Principles of research ethics. So whatever the research ethics principles are there, you have to follow that principles of research ethics, and then only you have to publish your data. And that is what called as a responsible conduct. So as an author, you are responsible for to avoid the misconduct, to avoid the frauds, okay, and follow all the ethical considerations. Now, if you didn't do that, then sure shot there are punishments for them. Now, punishments for the fraud publications, there are punishments by Act 10 of 2009, 38 for Section 77 with the effect of 27/10/2009. Whoever knowingly creates, publishes, or otherwise make available an electronic signature certificate for any fraudulent or unfounded purpose shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 2 years, or with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, with both. Now, what is this? Okay, so if you do any fraudulences, okay, or unfall things, then there are punishments, like you may punish for the imprisonment, okay, and that is for the 2 years, okay, and also there may be chances of fine also, okay, that is still the 1 lakh rupees fine you have to pay, or both, depends on your severity of the punishment. Okay, and this they have given the section also, section 77. Okay, so there are some punishments for the frauds, okay, and that you have to follow. If you should not do any misconduct or any fraudulent things, otherwise you may get the punishments. Thank you very much. So I hope you have understood this publication ethics. So we will see, just review what is publication. Okay, it is the dissemination of your findings to the scientific community. What is ethics? Ethics is a standard, okay, the study of what is right or wrong in a human behavior. Okay, then we have seen what is publication ethics, okay, which are the standards and the standards and what to do and what not to do, importance of ethics, why the ethics have given to you, okay, and then team effort, okay, publication is a team effort. You cannot publish your data alone, okay, so you need a journal, okay, you need a reviewer, okay, and then only you can publish your data. So we have seen the authorship, who is the author, first author, co-author, and the corresponding author. Then uh, you have to declare the conflict of interest. Okay, there should not be any conflict among the authors. Okay, and that you have to display or the declare. Okay, then you have to avoid the research frauds like a fabrication and falsification. Okay, then you have to means you have to choose the journals. Okay, avoid the predatory journals and choose appropriate indexing database. So that is a Web of Science, Scopus, PubMed, okay, Cables, or the UGC care list. So now when you submit your manuscript, you have to think, okay, check, and then submit your data to the publisher. Okay, these are the organizations who is working on the uh, publication ethics and who is means looking after whether the journals are following the ethics or no. Importance of publication, then ethical standards, okay, on which you have to follow, okay, follow the rules and regulations, and see there should be a transparency and integrity while the publishing your data. Responsible conduct, there are some responsible conduct, okay, which you have to follow when you publish your data, okay, like protection of human and animal subject, ethical treatment, responsible reporting the publication, and principles of research ethics. And if you didn't do that all, then you are going to get the punishments also. So what punishment you are going to get? So you may get the imprisonment, that is for the 2 years, and there may be either this or either 1 lakh rupees of the fine you may have to pay, or otherwise the both the payments depends on the severity. Okay, they will give the punishments, and this is by the Act of 10 of 2009, 38 for section 77. So I hope you have understood this publication ethics and follow the rules and regulations when you publish your data. Check all these things, okay, in which journal you are going to publish your data, and follow the rules and regulations. Okay, thank you.